this world, not every war begins with the sound of bullets. Some wars begin with a decision. Others begin with fear. The relationship between the United States and Iran is not just a normal political disagreement. It is something deeper. It is a struggle for influence, a struggle for power, a struggle for the future. The real question is not, who is the enemy? The real question is, why does this conflict exist at all? Today, we will try to understand the full picture. To understand the present, we must return to the past. In 1979, everything changed. Before that year, Iran was one of America's strongest allies in the Middle East. They shared interests, they shared economic ties, they shared influence. But then, the Islamic Revolution happened. A new leadership came to power, and Iran made a decision that would change history. They chose independence. They chose to say, we will not be controlled. And from that moment, the relationship transformed, because global powers do not easily accept losing influence, especially in regions that shape the world. From that point forward, trust was replaced by suspicion, cooperation was replaced by tension, and tension became conflict. Oil is not just a resource, oil is power. The Middle East holds some of the largest oil reserves on earth, and whoever has influence in this region has influence over the global economy. Iran is not just another country with oil, it is a country that refuses external control. It makes its own decisions. It follows its own path. And this makes it unpredictable. Not necessarily dangerous because of weapons, but dangerous because of independence. Because independence cannot be controlled easily. And in global politics, control is everything. Today, the conflict does not exist only on battlefields. It exists in economies. It exists in sanctions. Economic sanctions are designed to weaken a country without firing a single bullet. They create pressure. They create instability. They create internal struggle. It is a different kind of war. A silent war. A war where the goal is not immediate destruction, but long-term influence. Because when an economy suffers, the entire nation feels it. The people feel it. The system feels it. And pressure creates change, not always quickly, but slowly. And power understands patience. Influence is one of the most valuable forms of power. Iran has influence in multiple parts of the region, and this creates concern, because every new influence changes the balance. And global powers do not like uncertainty. They prefer stability. But stability on their terms. This conflict is not about good versus evil. It is about interests, strategic interests, economic interests, political interests. Every decision is calculated. Every move has a purpose. Every action sends a message. Sometimes the message is clear. Sometimes it is silent, but it is always there. If the tension is so strong, why has full war not happened? The answer is simple, because war is unpredictable. War is expensive. War destroys not only enemies, but stability. Both sides understand the risks. Both sides understand the consequences. Sometimes, the threat of war is more powerful than war itself, because fear creates influence, without destruction, without chaos, at least for now. In the end, this conflict is not simple. It is not a story of heroes and villains. It is a story of power, a story of interests, a story of fear. The world is not always what it seems. It is deeper, more complex, more strategic. The real question is not who is right. The real question is who benefits. Because those who understand interests understand the world. And now, The most important question is for you. Do you believe a new war could begin in the Middle East? Or do you believe that both sides will avoid direct conflict and continue this silent struggle? Is this the beginning of something bigger, or just another chapter in a long game of power? Write your opinion in the comments, because sometimes understanding different perspectives is the first step to understanding reality.